this week, second graders, we're going to continue talking about nature. And we talked about nature last week, and we learned that nature is anything that is outside. So like the forest, the woods, the ocean, the beach, a rainforest, that's all nature. Anything inside that is made by somebody, like this building is the school, it's made by somebody, this is not nature. So nature is anything outside that is not made by somebody. So today and this week we're gonna look at our essential question is what excites us about nature? What do we get excited about when we see nature? Let's listen to this right here, and I'm just gonna make sure it's loud enough for you guys to hear. Hold on a second, because it was a little bit low this morning. Okay.
Sure. Nature can be very exciting. This whale jumps out of the ocean many times a day. Some people write poems about what they see in nature. There are lots of nature topics to write about. The outdoors, the seasons, living things. Talk about it. Talk with a partner about what excites you about nature. List your ideas on the chart.
Okay, so we are gonna think about different things that excite us about nature. And this week we're gonna talk about poems. And on Friday, you are gonna write a poem about an animal. Now, Mrs. Murphy loves nature because that's one thing I love is animals out in nature. And there's lots of different kinds of animals. So this week, I want you to be thinking about if you could pick one animal that's your favorite to write a poem on, which animal will it be? Because you're going to need to pick that animal on Friday. Okay? All right. What excites you about nature, Brooklyn?
That I can, whenever I go for a hike, I always see new things, new rocks, new, like, everything.
Okay. So Brooklyn, what excites you is you can go for a hike.
And I see all sorts
And
of
you can
different
see
things
lots of new things. So you
that
kind
you
of said
don't
like
see on
rocks,
the ground.
the ground. Yeah, that's a
You don't
great
see the
example.
ground.
So there's so many things we could list, Brooklyn, but you see so many different new things, right, when you go for a hike. Good example. Ellie A, what excites you about nature?
The only thing you can see inside that's nature is plants.
Right. Yeah, that would be the only thing inside. But can you put that for outside too? So not only do you see animals, but you can see plants.
But with inside.
Yeah, and sometimes plants are inside. Wyatt.
Weather.
The weather.
The weather.
What do you like about the weather?
When it gets stormy, I can listen to the weather service go off and scream.
Okay.
That's what I like.
So you don't like bad weather, or you do, or is it?
I do like
You
that.
do like bad weather. Okay, that you scream because you're happy.
Scream sometimes when I'm scared, and also scream because I scream when the weather service goes off.
Okay.
Couldn't
I hate
couldn't they just make the voice nicer and don't go like bad?
Right. It is kind of a.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, the
Yeah.
weatherman is so scary.
Okay. So Wyatt, I like that, the weather. That's one thing that excites you. And some of you might get excited about like stormy weather or
I
like yesterday, some people were excited about the snow that was coming down and some people were not so excited about the snow.
For one thing, because
Okay.
then there can be no school.
All right. Rain, what excites you about nature?
The weather and that we can, like, we have an open, that we can just, like, go anywhere.
You can go anywhere. It's like wide open. Is that what you mean? So,
If you see,
so wide open.
it's not open anymore, it's closed.
And there's no boundaries, right? So you can go pretty much anywhere. You can keep going and going and going. Where if you're inside, there are boundaries.
There is boundaries.
So like, if I wanted to walk out to the end of the school, to the gym, that's the boundary. That's as far as I can go. And then I would have to go outside, right? Hi, Mrs. Everett. Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry. That's fine. I think it should be over there. I hope. I didn't even think about putting hers in there.
Totally fine.
boundaries. You can keep going on forever and ever and ever. Abby, what excites you about nature?
Well, actually,
5-0 should be right.
Okay.
one
5-0.
Well,
Let's finish this one.
what
and we
excites
can
me
go
about
5-0.
nature is because well,
then
if you're
just-
camping, you can just face plant. If you're on a boat,
Hey, good job.
well,
You flip
if
up
you're
on
in
the way
water,
out,
you
okay?
can go tubing and then not slip off. Well,
You can always have to feel.
Okay, so Addie, can I put camping? That's a good one. So when you can go outdoors and go camping outside.
and that's a killer whale.
That is, isn't it? What's another thing you said? Something about like the water?
Like if you're tubing, it's kind of wide open.
It's wide open. Can I just put water, and you guys know that there's so much we can do on the water. We can go tubing, we can go skiing, we can go kneeboarding, we can go canoeing, boating, fishing. So there's so much you can do on the water. Wyatt,
Stop pooping.
Trees.
the trees, so plants and trees. And they give us fresh air too, and that's something that's exciting, right?
Otherwise, if there was no trees, it would be like.
Yeah, it'd be very temperature free. All right, Ingrid, have you thought anything that excites you? I haven't heard from you.
13 minutes.
No.
No. Who else haven't I called on? Ellie, yes. I haven't called on you. Did you find hers? You know what? This is, sorry, this is okay. And she does it international. So she does, okay, Lindsay, I'm so sorry. Just you hold it tight. Thank you. Sorry, Ellie, what excites you?
You have to borrow. You can't take 3 from
The dirt? You like playing with the dirt? So,
The 13. Figure out what this
we'll
is.
just put the land excites you. You like playing in dirt.
9, 10, 11, 12,
Perfect.
4.
My friends that came in, we're talking about what excites us about nature, okay? Aria, what excites you?
I gotta go
Swimming. So water. We talked about like water. You can go swimming, you can
In
go
the summer.
boating, tubing.
Where's your math cat?
My favorite thing to do in the morning is
Okay. Oopsie. I'll pick that up in a minute. Who else haven't I got? Briley, haven't we got you? What
Lola, you
excites
need to put
Briley
your
about
math
nature?
Sorry.
The water. What do you like to do in the water? Swim. So you like to swim too. Tyson, what do you like about nature?
I'm playing like
We
this.
can't take
I know, but what do you like about
so we gotta
nature?
borrow from our neighbor.
Nature's outside. What do you like about outside nature?
So this is a
I
3.
really don't know.
and
You
this
don't know?
becomes
Think
a
about it.
10.
John, what do you like about nature?
That's 10 minus 5.
The noises. Ooh, I like that, John. No one has said that. The noises that you hear outside. Or sometimes when you walk and you don't hear anything, it's like peaceful. All right, I'll get you last score, and then we're gonna move on to our read aloud. Ellie A, you're the first one.
I like nature because the sand and yes, sand and I like my horse.
Okay, so sand and then your horses, so that'd be animals. Perfect. Wyatt.
Two.
Okay.
I forgot the first one.
Okay, what's the second one?
The first one is the season.
The season. So that goes with the weather. No one has said that yet, and they talked about that up here. The season.
And then the other one is all the gold in the ground.
Okay. Perfect. All right, Brooklyn.
I have 2 things.
Okay.
When I just have to say,
what?
when Wyatt said you can go anywhere,
Yeah.
anywhere
11
in
minus
land,
6.
Yep.
no, you really can't because what if? Because like when you're hiking, like when you're going somewhere, there is like a stop sign that says you can go, you can't go
Right.
wherever way.
But yeah, I
And if you're somewhere where
Okay, give me an example. What excites you about nature?
it excites me about like seeing new animals because
Seeing
I
new
saw
animals.
something and I was weird. I'm like, what?
Okay, we've already said animals. Briley.
I got two.
I mean, Aria. I'm sorry.
I got two things.
Okay.
that
Roller
one's right. So
skating.
what's 3 minus 1?
Okay, now roller skating, you could do outside, you could, or you could do it inside, but mainly roller skating. I guess it could be both outside or inside.
Darn, last one.
You lost your other one? Okay, alright, so we are gonna talk all this week about
13 minus
nature,
9.
what excites us, and we're gonna talk about poetry and poems. And on Friday,
11,
you guys are gonna think about your favorite animal, and we're gonna learn how to write a poem, and we're gonna write a poem about your favorite animal. And everybody will pick their own favorite animal, so be thinking, on Friday, what is the animal you are gonna choose to write a poem on? Okay?